even though we acknowledge that this card will just kill you sometimes, we respect it and we put it in tier 1. Yeah, this is great. This is just Buried in the Garden, but an artifact. Obviously, it doesn't fix your mana, but who cares? It has more synergy in this set than Buried in the Garden did in its set. Card is going to be very good. It is still pipped. I don't care. Yeah, this is probably White's best removal spell. Might be its best common opponent. So this card is really bad. It's kind of like the worst possible format to print this in because this is double pipped. It's a sorcery. Yes, it gives you a body on the board, but the problem is every single deck is going to have job select equipment where they just sack their token and then you just cry. You just go, you're depressed and you never awaken from your slumber ever again because your 3-drop just did nothing. So this card is terrible. I honestly just should even put it in tier 5 maybe. It is a non-creature spell. The only thing that's saving it from no, it's going into tier 5. No, it upset me. It offended me. It did something offensive to my family, so I put it in tier 5. That's what happened to it. Yeah, this is really good. So, worst case scenario, you have to, surveil 2 in, and you counter their 4-drop or something. Like, that's kind of like it. The the best case scenario is you just get to have like a counterspell that surveils 2 on it. Like, that's pretty dang good, man. Like, surveilling 2 on your counterspell, like on turn 3, you counter their 3-drop and surveil, you're even when you put 2 on top with a surveil, do you really feel too bad about having to surveil 1 into your graveyard? Usually no. So, you know, you have to do it, you have to do it. And most of the time, I think you're probably not going to have to do it. I think you're going to be able to, like, you can choose what to do with the surveil, counterspell with value. This just looks very, very good to me. So it doesn't get to attack until turn 3, but if you play this on turn 1, you're still getting to a 2-1 Death Touch first strike on turn 3. Pretty good. Wears equipment really well. It's a great 1-drop. I just, how good is it on turn 6? It's not the best. It's not the best. It's not the best. Wouldn't describe it as the best. So I think it's gonna be okay. Maybe not amazing, but it's cool. I don't know. I like it. I like that it's got a knife or whatever. It's kind of chilling. So I believe in this card actually, as exemplified by its tier 4 rating instead of a tier 5, which is like sort of what you want to rate it. The problem with this is it's kind of the deck. Like, this is kind of the deck. Early on in the format, you don't need to do this. Like, you're just going to be able to draft high quality cards up and down your curve, whatever. As the format progresses, this card is going to just get better and better because I don't think it's going to perform super well early. Maybe it will. 2-mana 1/3s are pretty bad. Like, they're just not that good. But yeah, you're gonna be able to make this thing work. Like, this thing is gonna be a deck. I'm a firm believer that this card will be like, I will play this card at some point, and it might be day one. Like, day one, like my 2-drop slot might be all Sahagins and draw spells, and then I might just have a bunch of 4-drop, 4-mana non-creatures. Because you're gonna be able to trigger this, and if you can trigger it once, you're really happy. If that's true, shouldn't I just bump this? But the problem is, it doesn't freaking. It's not an artifact. It doesn't do anything in the other decks. It only goes in the big blue red thing deck. Maybe you could make blue black. You could make it work. Maybe blue black. Maybe blue black also. Probably not blue green. Probably blue white. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try this at some point. I'm gonna enjoy this card, but I don't know. It sure is a 2-mana one. I think it just needs help, man. That's the concern. Is that anytime a creature like this needs like something to get it to work, I'm like, eh. It does seem like a good 2-drop though, because on turn, but it's on turn 4 it gets bigger, so it doesn't block for like 3 turns, and you have to have the thing on turn 4, and you have to want to cast it. All right, we'll leave it in tier 4, but we'll monitor it. This looks really good to me, right? So first of all, it wears equipment really well in the late game. It's just a 1-mana 1/1 flyer in red, which is kind of weird that what red gets a 1-mana 1/1 flyer. But aside from that, um, yeah, it wears the equipment really well, and it also helps you cast your equipment. Looks like a really solid thing to me. It seems like this is what Red wants to do. Very good. This is a reprint, except I think it also gives haste. I don't remember if the one from Phyrexia Albi one gave haste or not. It doesn't really matter. That card was really good. This card's gonna be really good. It is in tier 3 because it is a combat trick. Combat tricks inherently have issues with, hey, you need to take your creatures. You need to have creatures in your deck for them to work, and the creatures you can just take. So, and you're taking this or like a really good 2-drop, probably just like even a good 2-drop over this most of the time. So that's why it's in tier 3, but it's a very good card. It's a very good trick, and it's going to see lots of play. And you could play many copies of this and be happy about it. This looks like a beast to me. So for 5 mana, you're getting 6/6 worth of stats up front. And you don't really care about trading this off. It just it gets its value, and then a 4/4. Like your opponent can't ignore this. So tier 1 is probably too high for this, and I will talk about why in a moment. But the rate is tier 1. It's a 2-drop that it provides a little bit of value. It's above rate as a 2-drop. It's a 3/2. It surveils when you cast a non-creature spell. That's really nice. Knight is a type that doesn't really matter in red or black, but is around. It's like a thing that could come up 1 in 1,000 games that it's a knight. It could matter. Human is probably even a more relevant type. It just is provides a 7-drop. It's a 2-drop that also provides a 7-drop later on in the game, which is very, very powerful. The 7-drop isn't even bad. It's a 5/5 flyer, so I mean, there's not a whole lot to complain about there. I will bump this down, and the reason why is I do think red-black is going to be pretty bad. A lot of the cards that are like ostensibly for the red-black Wizards deck just don't seem like they work. They seem like they're way too small. They feel like they work better with the blue cards. Like red-black, to me, sort of feels like a deck that doesn't work. This is just a generically really, really strong card. It's a very good reason to play red-black, but I do think I'm going to bump it down, specifically because I think the color pair is going to be fairly weak. Like, the initial rating of tier 1 was without having seen the rest of the set, where it's just like, okay, see this card, its rate is insane. But then I look at the rest of the set and I'm kind of like, I'm going to move this down. I see why they made it so strong. The rest of the color pair seems like it's pretty weak. Red black is going to actually probably be a fine deck, but it's not going to be a all-in wizard making non-creature spell deck. It's basically just going to be red black mid-range with really good removal from black, and I mean red doesn't even have like the best of creatures of all time. It's kind of whatever. Like you kind of need like something. You almost want to be like the full Grixis, which I never advise people to be, but I don't know where this fits really, but it is a very, very strong card by itself. This is kind of your perfect red-white 2-drop. It's threatening. It provides value over the course of the game. You're going to be playing a lot of equipment. This thing wears equipment really well. This really does it all. I mean, there's not a whole lot to dislike about this 2-drop. Its strength will wax and wane as all signpost cards strength do with how strong the color pair is and how strong its support is. There's plenty of equipment around, so I expect this to be pretty good. Yeah, there's some good tricks in red and white 2, specifically in red, the 2-drop trick. So this will be. This is on turn 4. This is quite the card to be hasting in with your 2-mana red trick. That is something that is gonna happen to you at some point in the format. That's gonna be 8 damage to the head. That's not gonna be good. You're not gonna want that. But it's gonna be on the horizon for some. I am a known hater of these type of cards. I hate them. Man, this 3-drop sure does have 1 toughness. Like, so you just gotta block sometimes. Like, so you just have to block sometimes. And this card does not block ever. It does work with any artifact. There are a number of equipment in blue and white that make this work. But on turn 3, you're playing a 2/1 that does not block and is really easy to deal with. Theoretically, it grows with the game, and there are a lot of artifacts. It's not like there aren't a lot of artifacts. It's just it's a 2/1. It's a 2/1 for 3. You're playing a 2/1 for 3 mana, and it has to attack to do anything. Does nothing on blocks. So this is a really weird card. I'm gonna talk through it, so I'm probably gonna change my rating. The thing about this card is that it's a 4 mana like tricky effect. Those effects I tend to be pretty low on. Like Flying Crane Technique is a card that I did not like. I rated it low in my Cons of Tarkir like set review, but it was not a review but it was kind of a review because I hadn't played this anyway. That was 6 mana. This is a lot cheaper than that. It's monocolored. It does have another mode. I think I should move it up. I think this is too low because it provides the ability to like maybe end the game out of nowhere. I don't know. I hate these type of cards. Expensive tricks tend to be pretty bad, but I think this one is more flexible than it like kind of looks. And it just kind of like doesn't it looks bad. You know what I mean? It's like my limited brain sees this and it goes, nah, it's bad. Bad card. Trick card, bad. Like 4 mana trick, never good. And then it's just like, it does threaten to end the game. It's like my least favorite type of card, but I am going to move it up to tier 3, I think. And to be honest with you, this might still be too low, but I refuse to go any higher. It says the word commander on it, so I can't put it higher. That's my final verdict.